I recently visited Palma de Majorca, and whilst I had a great day overall, it was disastrous. If you're interested in that, all that and more up next. Welcome back to our next adventure with me, Jason. Just a warning in advance. Usually I'm always in a good mood in my videos. I'm a happy-go-lucky person, and I always try to look at things in a light-hearted or tongue-in-cheek manner. There is that happens in this video, but definitely near the beginning, I go on a very sincere and genuine rant about something that NCL does, which just ticked me off because it wasn't the first time, and I'm pretty sure it happens to many people, and I'm almost certain everyone who watches this will agree. I also make some other observations and comments about my experience with NCL during this video. They're not my final ones, but I think they will give you some good insight, and of course, in the beautiful setting of Palma de Majorca. So if that's what you came for, you're still gonna get it. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. We've just gotten to Palma at 7 a.m. so it's only been about 30 minutes since you could get off the ship. The weather is looking like it could just pour any second now. I want to go to the Royal Palace and then the cathedral, so hopefully the weather will behave until then. So I'm not sure what's going on, but my main, let's say my main arrived, right? The eggs, turkey sausaging, they added some potatoes. I won't eat them, but nice of them to add in there, and some greens, it looks a bit better. But then also my waffle arrived, which is kind of strange. So kind of weird, but that's what happened. They feel like they're not that fresh, but let's see. Okay. Not the freshest. Apparently there was an announcement, it's $20 to take the shuttle into town, because once again, this is a working or industrial port, so you can't walk. So we are in Palma de Majorca, and yeah, believe it or not, they have got a shuttle that they're offering for $20 to get out of the cruise port. Now, if you pay $20, you should stay with NCL and go to the Haven all the time, because that is highway robbery in Europe. For a return shuttle, that is gross. It shouldn't even cost you a single euro. So to ask for $20 is quite literally daylight robbery. Here I'm heading to the city where there are taxis, hop on, hop off buses. The hop on and hop off bus will be cheaper than that, and that's wild. So I don't know what planet they're living in that is just like okay. I think that's really gross. Like, horrifically gross, because they also are paying for where the boat docks, right? So if you're going to stop, or you're paying to be at the furthest away place, that's going to be the cheapest then for you. To now turn that into a profit-making thing by the sounds of it is gross, right? That's not the first time. $20 to get to and back on a shuttle? I'm sorry, not cool. Really not cool. I mean, what, you're in the business now of making profits off of getting your passengers to a port that you are offering to stop at? That's nuts. That is actually almost, that is quite like the idea of paying to enter Disney World or Disneyland, but then you still need to pay when you want to go on the ride. Now, of course, I know people will say, oh, well, that's kind of how it is now. It's the long lines and the fast pass system. Okay, but I'm talking about back in the day. Disney started off, you got a ticket that you could pay to go on the ride, so you didn't have to pay to enter. But now, you know, you pay your ticket, you can go on as many rides as you want whilst the park's open, and you just have to wait in the line. Everyone knows what they're getting into. This is a joke. You're taking me to a place? Great. But I also expect you to not go out of your way to make it difficult for me to enjoy the port. So I don't know, make that, you know what they really should do? I'm not even joking. I mean, honestly, that's the same sort of thing of like, make the port fees and taxes optional. If I get off the ship, you charge me. Otherwise, no way. Because imagine people who are old, like elderly people. I'm young. Thankfully, I'm still young. But elderly people, like, they can't do this long walk. By the time they finish this walk, even if they do it in the 50 minutes, they're going to be exhausted. I'm sorry, that's not cool. Anyway, that's my rant for now. I want to enjoy the rest of my day. But, you know, just putting it out there, I think that is really gross. And, like, shameful. Embarrassing, so. So, anyway, on to greener pastures. Here's currently where we are. You can see in the background, obviously, I'm still walking. At least there's a nice walkway here. Right? You can see all the different buses and stuff. Thankfully, compared to how breakfast started, the clouds that were ominous have actually cleared out the way. So we really are just lucking out on that. That's fantastic. But yeah, so I'm going to go back to my walk, which, you know, exercise is good. On a cruise ship, you're eating a lot. I don't mind. I'm also still young, like I said. Everything's working fine. So, you know, guess the advantages of being fairly young. But that's infuriating. Anyway, I'll see you guys once I'm done with this exodus. Made it to the bus stop. Unfortunately, as I got here, the bus that I was, I think, supposed to catch arrived earlier by about 5 minutes and took off. So, yeah, that's annoying. But thankfully, the same bus comes by in another 10 minutes or so. So, yeah, that's fine. Again, I think the 10 minutes one was the one I'm supposed to get. So, I guess just annoying that I missed an earlier one by literally, it was right in front of me. Just by the time I got there, he had closed the door and started going, and I didn't want to bang on to go in, you know. But here's the stop. Short 10-minute walk from the entry or exit of the terminal. We're going to be catching hopefully the number 4. The 20 comes a bit later, so 4 is our best bet if it's on time. We're just heading right there. Okay, so we made it to the bus stop that we needed to get to. The time right now is 9:30 almost, so almost 9:30, and the place only opens up at 10 a.m. So I'm going to start making my way to the Royal Palace, and yeah, should be fun. It's supposedly very beautiful, and the cathedral's right there. And cathedral is probably what you see in many photos of Palma de Majorca. That stunning, grand cathedral right by the water. So can't wait to go see all of that in person. Probably going to make some awesome looking footage. So, but even that aside, main reason I'm going there, the history, the architecture, the art. Gaudi did the interior in 1903. Wait for this. Tell me that that is not a cool reveal, if ever you did see one. That, I mean, I can't even get that all in one frame. It's massive. It's like you're a dwarf here. It's stunning. The size of this is, it's just massive. Sadly, it turns out that the palace is closed on a Monday, and today is a Monday. Oh, bother. So there is the ever so beautiful cathedral, and right next to it, you can see over there, I'll zoom in for you, that is the palace, which usually the Spanish royal family go to maybe 2 weeks of a year. And of course, right here, it's this beautiful, iconic almost bay that's been created. Seems like a pretty big oversight to go to Palma on the one day of the week that the palace is closed. I wonder if the cruise line gets a discount on picking a lame day to rock up. You know, my overall experience with NCL's been very good. So I gave him hell earlier because of the whole shuttle thing, and I'll give him hell, but I think that is gross. the actual onboard experience so far has been amazing. I think they do a great job, really. I would prefer if they did like proper shows, like Broadway stuff. That would be nice. The stuff that they do so far has been good. Some of it doesn't appeal to me. The comedians, unfortunately, on this current leg of the trip, I think they've been pretty bad. Any live band or music has been fantastic. So that, again, the complimentary food's been great. We're heading back now to the port, to the ship. Saw everything I really wanted to see. Again, unfortunate about the palace, but other than that, was a good day. Really peaceful, beautiful place, really. You know, and that's kind of the nice thing about some of these stops. You can really just go for a stroll, and it's a really lovely way to see things. So, no complaints in that sense. And yeah, gonna make my way back to where it all began, cruise port, without taking a $20 shuttle. Just so you know, in total, I paid €4 for essentially my return ticket, and the only difference was that my ticket involved just about maybe a 10-minute walk to get to the bus from the cruise port. So all in all, just another example of where a little bit of effort, you're saving yourself an utter fortune, and you're not being taken for a ride in the way you don't want to be taken for a ride. I think that's a win. So time to get going. Here, the walkway is closed, and if you think, oh, well, I'll just go underneath, right, because it looks like that's the idea. Well, no, because they're just doing massive construction there. So this actually ends up being the way to go, which is ridiculous. So I'm literally walking on the side path here. Really, I'm going to be going over here, so that way I can see oncoming cars, because there's nowhere for me to walk. It's crazy. See, look at this. So this is a walkway, right? Right over here is a walkway, but it's obviously got these bars. I'm not climbing through like a monkey. And then they blocked off the entrance there. They've blocked off the entrance down there. It is what it is. So just play it safe, do what you're comfortable with. Here's the port, which I'm back at. There's our ship. 10-minute walk depending on your pace. Better than taking an overpriced bus to wherever the heck they wanted you to go. No protection from the elements, so just be aware if you are coming out, you know, and you think it could rain, pack an umbrella. I packed an umbrella for today. I never leave my backpack. I always have umbrella, a jacket for the rain, not necessarily a rain jacket, but something like that, like a windbreaker, so to speak. And in an umbrella. My essentials, I bring also my mobile battery pack, because often when I travel, I think especially with phones now and kind of how a lot of things rely on your phones, like for example, you want to use Google Maps or Waze or Move It, etc., all the different apps of transportation. You're going to be on your phone a lot. Some people, you aren't using dedicated cameras, because let's be honest, phone cameras are very good. You can record videos and take pictures just using your phone, right? But in idle case, you're going to be draining your battery. So I always bring a really heavy duty mobile power bank, obviously the right cables, and I use that for my phone. So that way I'm never limited by either some other factor than just the time that I'm here and the time it takes me to get from A to B. I'm only limited by that and not by, oh, my battery's running out, and without my phone I have no idea where I'm going, how to get there. So that's just my little tip over there. That's a wrap for my day in Palma de Majorca. As you could see, I think you guys will agree with what I had to say about the sort of shuttle thing going on in the terminal and the placement and all of that. But let me know in the comment section below what you thought about that. Anyway, I still had a great time. I get the appeal for Palma de Majorca. It is super beautiful, and I would love to go back there, especially in the summer, for a nice beach island kind of getaway that's in Europe. But until then, I'll see you on the next video. Cheers. Bye.